Hello YouTube, this is Julia Plous, children's book author and child at heart, and also insane Lion King fan. If you watched my last video, you know how absolutely crazy about the Lion King I am, and how much merchandise I've accumulated over my childhood. Let's jump right back in with Figurines. This Pride Rock playset it came with Simba, Nala, Timon, and Pumbaa. And as you can see, it's got the elephant graveyard on one side, and on the other, it's I Just Can't Wait to Be King. We've got a little Rafiki's tree right here. And when my sister and I were little kids, we call this Timon's barfing cage. Because I guess when you're kids, you're obsessed with talking about people throwing up. So we take little Timon and make him go like, oh no, I ate too many bad grubs. Time to go in my barfing cage. Blah! That was the kind of stuff we played with. This is the Pumbaa that came with it. It also came with Simba and Nala. These are beautifully sculpted figurines. This particular Simba is one of my favorite toys of all time. I really love it. I just appreciate it artistically. It's beautifully, beautiful golden color, wonderfully sculpted. It's got I love that his paw is out like that. I appreciate it. As an artist, I really like this toy. And I'm not the only one. When I was a little kid, my best friend would come over and we'd play with toys. We would fight over who got to be Simba. We would fight over who got to play with this toy. We've got grown-up Simba just sitting here, and as you can see, there is no adult Nala figurine because, well, you know why. If you've seen the last video, you know why. I remember getting this Rafiki for Christmas. I remember feeling the toy and not being able, or feeling the package and not being able to discern what it was based on its shape. I was just like, what could this be? What is it? Yay, Rafiki! There's the collectible figure Zazu. And we got, this is really cute. It's, Simba and Mufasa lying down asleep. This never happened in the movie, unless you want to turn it face down and pretend it's, when he crawled under him after the stampede. This is kind of hard to play with because it's asleep, so the way I would play with it is I would pretend this was just another lion and son, but they were in a coma, like they were just other lions in the pride. And I used to have, I don't anymore because it got all flood damaged and moldy, but I had to throw it away, but I did have the action figure carrying case, which was like a square briefcase that opened up, and it had, some slots you could put action figures in, and you could remove that set of slots, and on either side there was a background of the jungle. On one side it was I think the background when Timon and Pumbaa are singing The Lion Sleeps Tonight, and on the other it was a beautiful scene of the jungle at twilight, kind of post Can You Feel the Love Tonight, with like a log and vines and waterfalls. And I used to just stare at that picture and just be like, man, that is so beautiful. But up top, the carrying case had a handle and a slot, so when you'd close them, the handle could go through the slot. So at the hole in the top, where the slot where the handle would go through, I would hang green ribbons as in for like wrapping paper, and made that like a vine swing like in the movie, and I would rest him in the vine swing and just have him lie there, and that was how I played with that figurine. Now when The Lion King 2 came out, of course I wanted to get the toys, and I got, the collectible figures of Kiara and Kovu, and I wanted Vitani. Vitani is a weird fan favorite. There are a lot of like fan pages and fan clubs on the internet devoted to Vitani, but they didn't make a Vitani figure. So I had this Nala. Like, this Nala is actually not the one that came with that little Pride Rock set. This is one that my mom literally found on the street, but so this is the original one. I painted her slightly darker and colored her eye rings brown and basically just made this into Vitani. Had I regretted doing that, that would really suck. Thankfully, I have a backup Nala. And like, Simba and Nala, like that Kiara and Kovu set also came with like proud parents, Simba and Nala. This is the same toy. They're fused together. They can never be separated. And I always thought this was kind of a crummy design, because look, Kiara's like as big as they are. So that was pretty lousy. Later on in life, I found like this collectible figure of Scar. I found this at a thrift store when I was a teenager, so this is not something I had as a child, but it looks like it fits right in with the rest of these toys. And when Lion King was re-released on DVD in like 2004 or 2005, they made some more figurines, and I bought them, even though I knew they weren't as good as the original release, but I mean, what was I gonna do, not get them? So I've got, like, you know, another set. This is kind of a crummy, bloated, dopey-looking Scar, and they got some lousy designed Simba and Nala. I like that they actually included the black around Simba's ears, which they didn't include in the original figurine. And then in this Nala, for some reason, her toes are brown. I mean, that's just not right. And it also came with, you know, Zazu with his arm, or his wings out like that. And this, I Just Can't Wait to Be King giraffe and ostrich. And, oh yeah, here we go. These, from the original Lion King days, this cheetah and leopard. I remember getting this. These were sold in products that were just called, like, Circle of Life, because these are more realistic looking animals. So this cheetah my sister named Aurora, and this leopard I named Allison. I was weirdly obsessed with the name Allison when I was a little kid, but my sister and I have a very vivid memory of when we got these. We were at Toys R Us, which is now a furniture store. Rest in peace, Toys R Us. But at the time, our mom took us there, bought us these toys, and then she had to go to Dress Barn or something that was in that same shopping center. And while she went and looked at clothes, my sister and I sat in the front of the store and played with these in the window. And we both remember that exactly the same way. So it's not like a competing memory where one of us says, I remember it this way. Well, no, it happened this way. No, we both remember exactly how it happened. So that just goes to show what a big impact The Lion King had on both of us. So that's it for my figurines, but I still have so much more Lion King stuff to get to, so keep watching.